Hey everyone, welcome to the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo. Today is Sunday, February 14th. And yes, this is my second video today, but I did want to briefly touch upon the news that came out late Friday night and broke over the weekend. You guys have probably already all heard this by now. It is all over the reselling Facebook groups. Everyone is talking about it. Postmaster General DeJoy has released his plan for first class shipping, and what everyone is talking about is that the first class shipping is going to be more expensive and ship more slowly, as it is going to go on trucks and no longer go on planes. From the article I just read, from what I understand, this is just in talks. It is just a plan or a proposal. I'm going to share the screen and show you the article and kind of like read it to you, summarize it real quick, and then I'll link it down below, and you guys, as always, can go and read it for yourselves. But the source that they have, there's two people, they're anonymous. So it's just like his plan. It's not like a proposal or anything that's in action or ready to take place. There's no date. There's nothing concrete yet. It's just like DeJoy's plan or thing he's thinking about, I guess. So I wouldn't get too excited. I wouldn't run around screaming the sky is falling yet. But let's just look at the article. You guys can see what I'm talking about. And like I said, the sources are anonymous. So take that with a grain of salt, right? I am on the Washington Post here. You can see Postmaster General's new plan for USPS is said to include slower mail and higher prices. Postmaster General DeJoy is preparing to put all first-class mail onto a single delivery track, according to two people briefed on his strategic plan. This move would mean slower and more costly delivery for both consumers and commercial mailers. Guys, commercial mailers is us as resellers. The backing of the agency's bipartisan appointed governing board has discussed plans to eliminate first-class mail, or a certain tier of it, which would include letters, bills, and other envelope-sized correspondence. So this is like your letters, your bills, things like that. Most of us have gone paperless for bills. Some people still get mail, but this part here in this paragraph would affect your paper bills and stuff, not the packages that we send as resellers, but that would be affected too. The first class mail would be lumped into the same 3 to 5 day window for non-local mail. It says here that class of mail is already struggling. Only 38% was delivered on time at the end of 2020. We all know that mail took a big hit at the end of 2020 and got slowed down due to the increase of mail for the holidays and the pandemic and the shortage of employees. Customers have reported bills being held up. Holiday cards and packages are still in transit. Pharmacies and prescription benefit managers have actually told patients to request medication refills early because of the delays. New service standards are a part of the strategic plan that DeJoy is set to roll out in the coming days. While the changes are not expected to have a significant impact on local service, they have commercial mailers, including banks, insurers, retailers, and publications, worried that it may aggravate existing slowdowns for non-local mail. It would also prevent first-class mail from being shipped by airplane, said the two people who spoke on the condition of anonymity. So that's where it says that they were anonymous. It would force all of this first-class mail into trucks. Operational shifts would coincide with the push for significantly higher postage rates, which DeJoy has said was imminent because the agency lost $9.2 billion in 2020 due to steep pandemic-related declines in mail volume. So they lost money, so they're going to raise their prices, basically is what that paragraph says. Service standards they have today have never been enforced. Customers are not getting the service they pay for already, said Michael Plunkett, President and Chief Executive of Postcom. So basically, the service standards that we are already supposed to be getting from them are not being met. They already raised the prices in January of this year, which they raise every year. And now they're going to raise their prices again. So we're going to be paying even more and still not getting what we're paying for, which I think is kind of crap. And I said that already in the video I did at the beginning of this year about the postal increase for 2021. I've been saying that for years. Unfortunately, the Postal Service is not a private company, and that is why they can continue to do this. If it was a private company and they continued to charge their customers more money to provide less service or less standard of service, they clearly probably would not still be providing anyone any service. You can't raise your prices and go down in, the standard of service that you provide, but it is what it is. We don't really have a choice if we deal in first class. I know a lot of resellers do use FedEx and UPS, and that's fantastic. If that is an option or a choice for you, I would absolutely recommend that you use it if it's a viable choice for you. If what you sell and what you ship to your buyers on your different platforms is, over £1, and you can save money by using FedEx or UPS services, absolutely use them. But unfortunately, for a lot of us resellers that sell used clothing and plush and smaller items that are first class weight, it's not a viable option for us because we can't use UPS and FedEx to ship a first class weight, plush or t-shirt for $3 to $4. It's just not a good business decision to spend $8 to $10 to send a 2-ounce plush or an 8-ounce t-shirt. We would just be bleeding money at that point. So I know that a lot of resellers, that's their answer all the time is, we'll just use UPS or just use FedEx. But that's not a good choice for those of us who are shipping items under 16 ounces. That's just not a good decision for the bottom line, for profits. It's not a good business decision for those of us who aren't dealing in heavier items. But if you are, FedEx and UPS is absolutely the way to go. So, anyway, down here, DeJoy is an email statement. He declined to discuss his plan. He's saying it's not finalized. So again, he's declining to even discuss his plan. It is not finalized. It is nowhere written in stone. There's no date. There's no finalization. It's not written on paper that this is going to happen and then this is going to happen and it's going to happen on this day. He's even refusing to discuss it. The two people that were quoted in this article are still anonymous. So he did say that Postal Service leaders had discussed a proposal for 8 months and that any new operations would retain 6 and sometimes 7-day delivery. He did claim the Board of Governors of the USPS have backed the proposed policies. The work is not only needed, it is long overdue. Congressional Democrats are pushing President Biden to overhaul the Postal Service's leadership by filling the 4 open seats on the governing board. Such a move would create a majority bloc of Democrats with the votes to unseat DeJoy if desired. So that's just getting into the politics of it all. Mail industry experts say the postal economy runs on a system of elasticity, where the Postal Service relies on large injections of first-class mail volume from large clients to support its hulking national infrastructure and keep prices low for residential customers who increasingly have less use for mail service. That's pretty true. More and more people are going paperless. The delivery slowdowns, coupled with price increases, mailing industry officials say, could threaten that system by driving commercial mailers to cut costs and pull more volume out of the mail stream. In the long run, that could force the Postal Service to increase postage rates on the customers left in the system, including small businesses. seniors, and people with disabilities. The Postal Service spent more than $457 million flying first-class mail in 2020. So that's the planes, the gas, the employees' wages, all of that. And then they only spent $314 million transporting mail by truck. So I guess the theory is they could cut that $457 million from flying, but then that $314 million in trucks is just going to go up. So I don't know. This article is pretty long. I'm not going to sit here and read verbatim the whole thing for you guys. I will link it down below. You can read it for yourselves. But basically, DeJoy's plan is to raise the rates. And I believe it came out to like 9 or 10% on first class. So it doesn't sound like very much, but it can add up over time. If they raise them every year, and every year it's not very much. But if you think back, 3-4 years ago, you could mail a t-shirt for $2.50 or $3, and nowadays, that same t-shirt costs $4.50 or $5 to mail first class. So even though the increases just go up a little bit at a time, eventually it does add up. But it looks like his plan is like 9 or 10% increase on first class, and to get rid of it from flying. So the speed would be decreased and the prices would go up, and we'd all be paying a little bit more for our first class, and it would all go by trucks. And then hopefully somebody else would step in and offer a viable competition. Like maybe Amazon could step in and offer some kind of first class competition. Maybe UPS and FedEx would. I don't know that would even be a viable business solution for them. If first class really isn't, I think, a moneymaker for many of these places, and that's why they don't offer it. I mean, even Poshmark, you guys know that it only offers priority, and so they're already set. Like when the prices go up on first class, it's really not even going to affect Poshmark sellers or buyers, because they're already set at one price paid period across the board, and it ships priority anyway. So that's Poshmark sellers and buyers really won't even be affected. It'll just be eBay when and if this happens, because again, it's just in the plan. It's in the works. It's a plan. DeJoy's even refusing to talk about it, but it will probably come down the pipeline soon enough, and we will see that first class will go up in price and probably not fly anymore and be shipped on trucks and be even slower. So I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. You guys, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here to relay to you the information and news that relates to us as resellers. And of course, anything that happens with the post office and shipping does affect us. And speaking of, if you are watching this on Sunday, February 14th, we do not ship tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 15th of February. It is President's Day, which is a federal holiday. So the post offices will not be open. We do not ship tomorrow. But again, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please keep it respectful, and hit the thumbs up before you leave. Helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, go be productive, go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.